All right, if there was ever an update to watch, this is the one. I even have like a full script written out of what I want to say. I did this for a number of reasons. I have a lot to say, and I want to make sure I say it very specifically and very carefully and very intentionally. So if you see me looking down and reading, I apologize, but I want to make sure I stay on task. Last Friday, I recorded a channel update, and I decided I was going to do it without a script. I was just going to go off the cuff and just say, wait, off the cuff, that's the right term, right? Without preparation. Yes, that's the right term. I was just going to wing it. What I ended up with was nearly a 30-minute introspective video where I talked to myself about what I wanted for the channel. For the past few weeks, I've been having conversations with my wife about the channel and like what I wanted to focus on, ideas I had, but those conversations were mostly kind of one-sided. I was just kind of bouncing ideas off of my wife, and that's mostly because I spend too much time talking and not enough time listening. So that was when I first should have known that I was making a mistake. So I've been struggling with what the channel should be focused on. I've been struggling with finding the time for games and secret projects that I've had in the back of my mind for a long time. That's not to say that my current lineup of games aren't games that I want to play. It's just that they're either A, not collectively focusing on a single audience, and or B, they take up lots of valuable watch time, specifically your valuable watch time, meaning the series goes on for over and over and over and over for way too long. So what I end up with is an audience that's scattered and spending most of their time watching one series, and this isn't good for the long-term growth of the channel. It gives nice spurts of growth here and there, but for every 100 new subscribers you get when you start playing a new game, when you finish that game and you move on to another game that's different, you might retain 10 of them. So I need to improve that ratio by playing more games that are similar to each other. I've been telling myself these things, that I need to be doing these things, but I'm doing jack squat about it. Many of you know that my favorite YouTuber ever is B000100. He has unfortunately stopped doing consistent gaming content. To explain why would take way too long. If you want to know, if you want to hear the sad but uplifting story about it, just search YouTube for B-Dubs Ivy Rose. You'll see a bunch of videos there. It's better if you just hear it from him. But anyways, B-Dubs recently started giving back to the YouTube community. He's been doing tips and advice, little videos on Instagram, as well as doing streams where he like looks at people's channel and gives them advice and stuff like that. I haven't caught too much of the streams, but I've been keeping up with his Instagram. He recently announced that he's going to start doing one-on-one coaching with smaller YouTubers. And he's even going to offer coaching for free to 2 YouTubers. So naturally, I wanted to sign up for that, and I submitted my channel. Now, I submitted my channel not thinking in a million years would I be chosen. And I wasn't, just to clarify, I wasn't chosen. But I didn't even expect him to really give me a reply. I mean, I'm sure he got at least 1,000 submissions, maybe 2,000 or 3,000, maybe more than that. Well, earlier tonight, I got some notifications on my phone, and it was direct messages from B-Dubs on Instagram. And I was so excited and so nervous to see it that I just immediately basically threw the phone to my wife and said, here, I can't read this. You read it first. Kyle, that's me. You've got some talent. Your graphic work is awesome. The WWE acapella video was hilarious. You for sure know how to create content that gets people's attention. There are some things we could tighten up. The channel needs to have a concise direction. Too many videos are appealing to vastly different audiences. So if we lock in a genre and make a plan of attack for it, I think some great growth could come from that. And then he goes on to say some more stuff, but I mean, a YouTuber with 1.3 million subscribers just spent time looking at my channel and watching my videos and then offered me advice. And it was advice that confirmed what I had already been kind of fighting with and trying to convince myself of, and advice that my wife has been at the very least hinting at over the last few months. I mean, after all, she's the whole reason I'm playing Portal Knights, and that's my second most popular series right now. Should have listened to her a long time ago. So what does this mean? What is my focus now? In a broad sense, it's games that allow me to be creative. Now, this is a very broad description. Let's narrow it down a little bit. What does it mean for me to play games that allow me to be creative? It's three specific kind of categories. It's sandbox games that involve building mechanics, or they involve like city building or tycoon mechanics. Or the third category are games that allow me to craft a story. So for the first two categories, I'll mostly be focusing on things like Minecraft and Portal Knights and Planet Coaster and Prison Architect. The third category, that allows me to craft a story, this is specifically for games that allow me to craft a story in post-production. So this is things like RimWorld, where I can add custom music to help set the tone and create a narrative that way. You guys have no idea how much fun I have doing that, and I'm pretty sure you guys enjoy that as well. To me, that makes my RimWorld series exponentially more interesting than any other one out there. There's plenty of RimWorld series out there that are people playing the game really, really well. But how many people are allowing the game to craft this really hysterical story and then making it into something more with post-production editing? The other game that falls into this category is Elite Dangerous, especially if you go back and look at my early videos where I was like doing a lot of script writing and voice acting and interacting with my computer. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to get back into those videos. Those videos generally happen when inspiration strikes. I ran out of ideas of that really fast. However, the game is still an open world sandbox game where I'm crafting a story around the idea that I'm this new pilot. So now the big question, what does this mean for my current games? Pokemon Let's Go. This is really new, not a huge audience, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, but it's going away. I love it. I love the jokes about Hill Dragon being my rival when he's actually my friend. But ultimately it doesn't fit that focus for the channel. Crosscode. As much as it pains me to say it, it's going away. Crosscode is easily the best game I've played that went through Steam Early Access. Even better than Starbound. And I love Starbound. Starbound, there's another game that's going to be coming back. Hello. That fits the focus of the channel really well. But Crosscode is the best game I've ever played that I got when it was in Steam Early Access. And it's great. The story is amazing. The controls are sublime. It just doesn't fit the focus of the channel. Satisfactory. Expect more of it. Portal Knights. Expect more of it. Minecraft. There's going to be more of it. And it's going to be on the server as well as some other ideas I have cooking in the oven. One of which I'm waiting on Replay Mod to be updated because I really want to do some cinematic shots in a series. But it has to be the most recent version of Minecraft because I need pillagers. It's going to be fun. RimWorld, not changing, sticking around once a week. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This is the one many of you are like on the edge of your seat because this is quite frankly my most viewed series, and it's a tricky one. The best short-term solution for me, the best short-term decision would be to just keep it as it is. Keep doing it as it is. The best long-term decision would be to just stop it cold turkey. The reason stopping it would be a good long-term decision is that the vast majority of those viewers will be gone when that series ends. And that's okay, because I've done that with other YouTubers. That's just the way it works. It's what I'm trying to avoid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a blending of the two ideas. We're going to move Xenoblade Chronicles 2 to one video a week, and that video will be longer. I'm going to shoot for hour-long videos, maybe 45 minutes, maybe more than an hour. So they're going to be longer. This will allow me to progress the game faster while spending less of my content schedule on Xenoblade Chronicles 2. The other thing that's going to be changing is I'm going to be focusing more on the story. Now, hear my words very carefully. More on the story, not only on the story. I will still be doing some other things. I'm going to talk more about this in the next Xenoblade Chronicles 2 video, but just understand it's going to be more focused on the story so that I can progress through the game faster. Oh yeah, and in case you hadn't figured out, Fallout 4 ended. I've tried playing that game 3 times now, and it hasn't kept my attention. And that makes me really sad that no amount of mods will fix that game. As for other channel news, I have created a public calendar that you guys can view using Airtable. Airtable is this really cool software that you should check out if you are a big spreadsheet nerd. It's really cool. But effectively, you can click on the link in the description and it'll take you to a calendar. It not only shows you what videos I have planned, which now I realize it's really incorrect, but I'll get it fixed. But it shows you what videos I have planned and where I am in the process of making them. It's just a fun way for you to kind of keep up with the channel and what's going on. Also, don't forget about the Discord. There will be a link in the description for that as well. And don't forget to check out my Patreon if you want to support the channel. And by the way, if you're already a patron and you heard me talk about these changes and the new focus for the channel, if you don't like that and you wanna remove your patronage, that's fine. I totally understand. I'll go curl up in a ball and cry for a little bit, but it'll end. But again, links to all those things will be in the description below. And I think that does it. I've stuck to the script for the most part. We'll see you guys later. Adios. Goodbye.